Okay. So, you suka 1/2 Tak suka decimals Okay, kita follow sekolah, no problem. Kita follow sekolah. So, 1/2 x to the power of negative 1/2. Lepas tu kalau cantikkan dia, kalau katalah saya insist of you having me, giving me the answers uh, insert form. So, what is your answer? Sebab tak nampak kan? Very hard to imagine, betul? 1/2 x of negative 1/2. So, basically kalau dia turun bawah, dia jadi apa? 1/2 2x to the power of 1/2, betul? So this, and then it becomes 1/2 set 2. Sorry, 2 set x. Okay, so that is your setup there lah. Should you try second row? Quick one. One over 5x power of. Betul. Got on. Good, good, good. So that means I can let you to try this on your own. Betul. I don't have to micromanage this part. So this first page is for your own exercise. Nanti dah buat tu, you check jawapan kat bawah ni. Now saya nak masuk kepada chain rule lah. This one dulu, this one dulu. Okay, so I just need to highlight a few stuff. I highlight warna kuning ni sebab nak minta you buat tapi tak sempat. It's fine. So that means I have to show you step by step lah. So there are a few types of questions yang you kena pay attention as my example lah. There's just some reasoning je. So question number 4, you do power function normally kan for each term, betul? Very simple. Now the next question is question number 5. What should you do? Nak pakai product rule terus ke? Tak. So what can you do? What is your logic? Expand, thank you. So you can always expand, tak semestinya sentiasa kena pakai product rule ataupun any other weird rules lah yang you belajar. Okay, then that all applies until you dapat soalan nombor 16 ni. How do you perform differentiation on this? Simple differentiation on this. What do you do? Separate, betul. This now is a single function change into partial fractions. Then you can do your easy differentiation. Tak payah rushing nak pakai quotient rule, betul? Okay, good. So you understand that part. Okay, so kalau dia minta soalan macam ni lah, contoh number 25 tu. This is what I'm focusing on. What is your answer in your mind? Can you tell me? This one tak payah apa pun. Just tell me your answer je. Okay. Okay, good. So you know kalau original is this one, after you differentiate one time dia jadi f prime kan? Okay, kalau dia differentiate dua kali kita panggil dia apa? Second order derivative atau f double prime lah. So I can differentiate twice or thrice or until infinity, berapa kali pun boleh. Okay, faham So I leave that to you. Question number 26, memang you kena expand dulu, tak ada cara lain, betul? Question number 26 is for you to expand dulu. Sebab kalau tak expand boleh je nak differentiate tapi tak cantik. Baik you expand, lepas tu you nampak single terms they are connected by plus and minus only. Nombor 27, tell me the name of the differentiated product. DBDX ke? Is it DBDX for question number 27? Good. You understand the difference? Okay. So, siapa saja subjek, dia akan duduk dekat atas. Siapa saja objek yang dibezakan, yang di-differentiatekan akan jadi the denominator letter lah. Okay. So, I'm gonna leave this for you sebab I know you understand. So, 31 sampai 45 is a very good question. Let me do it a few of them with you lah. A quick one. Kalau 31 differentiate jadi apa? You kena differentiate in respect to the letter of given here. So you can see 31 tu soalan dia. So what is your answer? Tell me the name of the answer. Or maybe you can write down. Boleh? Ada pen? Okay. 34? Oh bukan, bukan jawapan sahaja. Just let me know apa nama differentiated dia. DCDR kan for the first 31st question, betul? 34 nama dia apa? Good. 37? Good. 40? Okay. So what do you do kalau question 40? Question the rest semua senang. Question 40 dah masuk banyak simbol yang pelik-pelik kan. So what do you do when you had to differentiate R sahaja, but then you have so many other weird symbols in the equation? You ignore lah, itu je. Because you want to differentiate R in F. You want to differentiate F with respect to R, so you ignore what is not R. Itu sahaja. So your answer is, for number 40, dFdr equals to? Tak tahu nak sebut simbol, sebut je lah apa simbol yang you tahu. So I can see 4 pi r cube p over 8 NL, no problem. Nice, good job. Betul? Dan nanti kita cantikkan dia akan jadi pi r cube p over 2 NL lah kan, kalau kita simplify. Okay, good job. That means you can do the rest. Now, going down, question number 46 until 48 tu for your own. It's just asking you to do first, second, third and fourth derivative je. Practice on your own. Okay, 49, this is the best part. This is the first time you are applying differentiation to a curve function. Now, I just want to double check before I proceed. Do you understand what's the difference between curve function? Curve function, alamak, tak cukup ruang, sekejap. Let me just make it bigger. Okay, apa beza curve function dengan gradient function? Tell me. If you give me the correct words, I say you understand. Otherwise, I have to explain lah. Apa beza curve function dengan gradient function? Yes, no, yes, sebut je. Kalau tak tahu, cakap tak tahu. Tak ingat. Okay. Curve function, dia adalah diary hidup di antara X dengan Y. Contohnya, the curve function, kalau you pakai curve function, you dapat apa? You boleh teka kalau if you know, okay, if you know X equals to 2, boleh tak you teka Y? Boleh? Can you guess what is Y? Absolutely lah kan? Betul? You just plug in X equals to 2 inside the curve function, you get Y equals to 8 plus 4. So you know, every curve function cerita pasal coordinates. It's a story about coordinates. You dapat X dia, jumpa Y couple dia. You dapat Y dia, you tahulah siapa X dia. Betul? So, when you do differentiation, when you apply differentiation on this curve function, dia transform. When you apply d dx, dia transform jadi gradient function. So, this change into dy dx equivalent to 3x squared plus 2x. So, what's the purpose of gradient function? In your own words. Good. You guna untuk cari gradient at the points that you like to look for. So in this case, let's say the coordinate is 212. What is the gradient at x equals 2? So you use lah. So you just sub x equals 2 into dy dx. Then you can find, then you will find m at x equals 2. Tu je. So berapa dia punya m at equals to at apabila x equals to 2? 3 times by 4 plus 4. It's going to be the gradient is 12 plus 4, 16. That's the gradient. Betul dia. That's the difference. Okay. Don't make it so pening-pening. It's just curve function guna dia apa untuk cari coordinates. Bila you differentiate curve function, dia transform jadi gradient function. Guna untuk apa gradient function tu? Cari gradient lah. Nama pun gradient function. Okay. So question 49, you can see question 49, 50, 51, you can definitely find the tangent to the curve at the point indicated. 49 sampailah 54, that's for you to do lah. Okay, right. So then comes another question here. Dia kata find the value of x that satisfies this equation. This one you ignore lah, it's not in your syllabus. You tak belajar this one. This one bila you decide nak buat A level ke STPM ke, let me know. We'll get to this part. Okay, this one ignore lah. Saya kalau warna hitam ni ignore, tak payah buat. Okay. You've done it. Good job. Sorry tak tengok bawah. Tak apalah, it's okay. Give the space for you. You can check yourself. So far you buat semua betul kan? Yang ni. Betul kan? Dah check. Ada check jawapan tak? Okay lah. I mean, dengan saya, you tak perlu buat semua. You pick you mana nampak macam complicated sangat, you try that one. You have to beat the odd ones yang susah. Yang senang, I don't want it. Literally, I'm not going to micromanage you. Tina, you are an adult, going to be an adult. So the responsibility that you have for yourself is you buat, you check, you bagi tahu saya mana yang susah. And I will have to check you even though you kata you dah boleh buat ke tak boleh buat ke, I will check lah before I teach. Kan? So that's what you know lah. The rest is literally for you to do. Please check yourself. Tak semestinya kena buat dekat sini, Dina. You don't have to do everything here. I leave some space here. I added some pages here because mana tahu you malas nak print ke, you boleh buat kat sini. Then you can leave the notes here. You want to ask me questions. The answers is always here. You just ignore the last two questions here. Okay, boleh masuk the next one? So, chain rule memang kena ajar sekaligus dengan semua benda supaya nampak beza dia. Now, do you understand why shouldn't you use chain rule? So, tu soalan dia. No Okay, so let's say I got y equals to 2x tambah 3 kuasa 2 versus you have another situation y equals to 2x plus 3 to the power of 2. I know you dah belajar binomial expansion. Sorry, wrong number. I know you dah belajar binomial expansion dan kalau saya kata, okay Dina, try to differentiate. You must be thinking you nak expand this one, betul? Yang mana mesti nak expand, nak luaskan dia. So that is okay. Kalau you punya binomial function mantap, no problem. Unless kalau you tak nak sakit kepala, ada cara lain lah. So yang warna putih tu saya tulis kenapa? Sebab saya nak bagi tahu kamu kalau dia setakat kuasa 2 is very simple to expand. So this one don't bother using chain rule. Sebab you boleh expand je. Kan sebab kuasa 2 kan? Y jadi apa? 4x square plus what? 6 to 12, 12x plus 9. Dah expand, lepas tu differentiate. Dah 3 steps je. Tapi kalau kuasa 4, you nak expand lagi, you nak apa semua lagi, leceh lah. So that is why people created the chain rule. That's why. Because expansion is too damn tedious. It's just tedious to expand. So we use chain rule. So use chain rule lah. That's a shortcut. The chain rule is a shortcut. Okay, now remember how to use chain rule? Ingat tak? Not the U, the V. We don't. I don't like the. I will teach you both, but I like you to use the simpler ones lah. So there are two parts of chain rule. Satu dia punya official way, satu lagi dia punya shortcut way. Okay, so let me just padam this part and show you lah immediately. So because dia tedious sangat, first saya akan tunjuk the official way lah. The official chain rule. This one akan nampak ugly sikit. I have to show you one time at least you know. Okay. So disebabkan ada banyak sangat letter kat situ, when we start using the official chain rule, kita akan try to simplify the letters tau. I'm gonna first purposefully I pick a letter A equals to the inside of the bracket, 2x plus 3. Then my whole equation now transform becomes y equals to a to the power of 4, betul? Okay, this is official chain rule, leceh sikit tapi just follow me. Then kalau saya ada warna putih dan saya ada warna pink tu, okay, macam nak dy dx, tak boleh, betul tak? Yang daripada warna pink tu saya hanya boleh cipta apa je? Dy dA, betul? So dia akan jadi apa? 4a to the power of 3. Yang warna putih tu saya boleh cipta apa je? Saya boleh cipta dA dx. Dapat 2. So chain rule is actually a matter of you tahu your objective, okay, and then will be equals to whatever the first clue yang you ada multiply by doing something with your second clue lah. So what is your objective? You nak check dy dx, betul? You want to differentiate y in terms of x. Apa clue yang you ada? First, dy dA. Apa second clue yang you ada? dA dx. So now this is the best part. You have to introduce something here tau. You have to introduce sama ada darab atau divide in order to make sure kalau you introduce to, you dapat dA dx. You dapat dy dx. So kalau you introduce bahagi, tak boleh sebab belakang tu nanti akan flip turn. Tak dapat dy dx. So the only logical introduction kita akan introduce multiply supaya dA dengan dA cancel each other. Dapatlah d y dx as what we want in our objective. dy dekat atas, dx dekat bawah. So this is the setup lah. So kita ambil lah 4a kuasa 3 darab dengan 2. So jadi berapa? 8a kuasa 3. So now I'm writing down the answer. So I'm writing down the answer for you. This is the answer. So dy dx equivalent to 8a kuasa 3. Pelik tak? Tell me. Mesti pelik kan? Sebab kita differentiated x. Kita differentiate x yang ada dalam y. Tiba-tiba kat sini ada a pula. Kacau. So dekat sini kita akan sub balik value a tu yang kita let awal-awal tu. So kita sub balik 2x tambah 3 ke dalam a. Then we have our answer. Pretty nice. Okay. Any confusion here kat mana-mana?
No.
No Okay. Now this is the official way. Shortcut please. Obviously kita kena sentiasa cari shortcut. Now this is the shortcut lah. So I'm gonna 2x tambah 3 kuasa 4. Okay. This is the shortcut. I'm gonna do and make sure dia ada dalam recording. Okay, so we are doing shortcut for y equals to 2x plus 3 to the power of 4. So I'm gonna find something on the inside and something on the outside je. Okay, this one just need to be in your mind je. In your mind sahaja, these two things ya. So inside siapa? Kita ada 2x plus 3 kan? Outside kita ada to the
Yeah.
power of 4. So cara dia kalau nak buat dy dx, simple je. Outside tu you differentiate outside. Kalau differentiate outside maksudnya you differentiate 4 tu je. So 4 jadi 4 2x plus 3 to the power of 3. Agree?
Yeah.
Then you differentiate the inside pula. Dapat 2. So dy dx apa? 8 2x tambah
Right.
3. Berapa banyak step kita save tu? Berapa banyak kita save? You see the difference? Kan? So, knowing the chain rule yang official penting, knowing the shortcut penting juga for simple calculation in your mind lah. Particularly nak pakai benda ni dalam product rule nanti dengan chain rule. Okay, you want to do some questions with me? Nak pilih one or two questions? You pick your own question. Tell me which one you want to do first with me. We are using shortcut lah. I want to train your shortcut dulu. Yang long apa official way tu nanti you boleh refine balik dekat sekolah. Okay, exercise in class. Pick two questions. Soalan mana? Sebut kat saya.
Mm,
Berapa? 16, that's first question. Second question. Oh, tak suka fraction eh? Okay, I think I'm gonna do 16 for you and then you do 17 later on. Okay, boleh. And then the rest I think is not going to be a problem. I'll just pick one of these weird ugly numbers as the power and I'll do it. Okay, I'm doing 16 and 28 for your example in front of you. 16 kita ada x minus x square minus x to the power of 4. Semua dekat atas tu to the power of 5 over 5. Now, as we were talking, kita nampak this is a fraction. Bottom dia tak ada x. So, kalau nak split jadi into partial fraction pun lagi sakit kepala. So, kita boleh take out je 1 over 5 tu. Meaning, this is what I mean lah. I just put 1 over 5 outside. Then I just dx kan siapa? X minus x square minus x to the power of 4 to the power of 5. Okay, you know what happened? Kenapa boleh buat macam tu? Kenapa as if I factor out the 1 over 5. Kenapa saya boleh keluarkan 1 over 5 tu letak dekat luar. Lepas tu saya hanya differentiate yang dia punya numerator sahaja. Do you have answer for that? No? Because 1 over 5 tu constant number. Dia mana ada x. Dia tak ada x untuk dibezakan. So kita boleh ignore dia. Faham? Macam you ignore pi. So kita differentiate normally je dekat sini. So tapi jangan disregard dia. Tulis je 1 over kat depan tu. Lepas tu kita start untuk bawa turun 5 lah. So kita ada 5. Okay, and then we have x minus x square minus x to the power of 4 and then reduce to the power of 4. We differentiate inside 1 minus 2x and then kita ada minus 4x cubed. And then from there we can cancel this and then that's our answer lah. Kan? Okay, try to do number 17. Sekejap. I'll get the door. Give me like 10 seconds boleh? Alright, thank you. Jelas mana? Alright, macam mana 17? Okay. Use the quick way, shortcut way. 1 over 2. Uh, sounds correct. Sounds correct. First I take out this and then I ddx kan. 5 minus x to the power of negative 2. And then afterwards I start differentiating. So 1 over 2 times by negative 2 and then 5x minus negative 3. Lepas tu to the power of negative 1, betul? Okay, so 2 cancel, negative cancel. So our answer is just 1 over 5 to the power of 1 over 5 minus x to the power of 3. Itu je jawapan je. Sama jawapan kita? Hmm. So chain rule is no longer a problem for you, I hope. Okay. Daripada 31 sampai 48, 31 sampai 39, every bracket yang you nampak dekat situ memang tak boleh buat kalau dia dekat bawah. So what is the lesson there? Example question 31 tu kena bawa naik up on atas, then you can differentiate normally. What about kalau kuasa dia set macam tu, 40 sampai 48, question 40 sampai 48. So it's much more easier untuk tukar dalam bentuk apa? Power ataupun tak kisahlah index ke decimal ke. Sorry, tak kisah decimal ke fraction ke, it's up to you. Okay? So ada soalan? You were trying to ask, nak saya tunjuk berapa kat sini? Daripada 40 sampai 48. So I like you to really try this dekat sini. I mean pick one or two questions. The more questions you do, the better. Okay. Macam I really need you to try this, to just to sharpen up your accuracy je when you have the free time. Satu hari 3 soalan, satu hari 3 soalan cukup lah. Just tak lupa, daripada ni lah 1 sampai 48 tu. Those are the things I need you to do. And then 49 sampai 57 tu is another way. It's just the uglier part of the equation lah. How ugly it could be like this lah. So you can perform your chain rule lah. Kan, it's always chain rule here, no problem. Now what about 58 sampai 69? You tengok soalan 58 tu, memang terpaksa buat apa? Okay, so I don't blame you kalau you nampak kena buat produk. Not a problem. Basically kalau saya kata that chain, that thing can be separated, expanded into, I mean you instead of product you can perform double chain rule. Maksud saya macam mana macam ni? Y sama dengan x minus 3. Lepas tu kita ada x minus 3 to the power of 1 over 2. So I can separate this x minus 3 into x times by x minus 3 1 over 2 and then minus 3 x minus 3 1 over 2. Alamak, ada x lah. Yelah, produk je lah ni. Tak boleh buat apa. This is a product. I agree with you. So this 58 memang kena buat produk lah. Now, question 59 tu macam mana? Y equals to, in bracket besar, 4 minus, in bracket kecil, x plus 2 squared, 1 over 2 and then to the power 1 over 2. I rarely see this in the exam, this kind of heavy questions. Tapi kalau lah terkeluar, I just need you to know how to do it. How would you perform this? So who's the inside? Inside siapa ni lah? Inside kan? So this is a chain rule inside chain rule. Well, I call this as double chain rule lah. Chain rule beranak. Sebab you kena buat dekat luar, kena dekat dalam, and then another chain rule for the inside. Okay? Faham? Nak saya tunjuk? Saya tunjuk jelas sekejap. Okay, so dia akan jadi 1/2 and then 4 minus x plus 1/2 and negative 1/2, then differentiate yang dalam tu je. So negative 1/2 x plus 2 negative 1/2 times by 1. That's it. So kita akan simplify as much as possible. Yang boleh simplify antara sini dengan 1/2 je lah. So dia akan jadi negative 1/4. Lepas tu copy and paste. Okay, and then kita akan ada x plus 2 negative 1/2 kat luar lah. Dan boleh je nak buat turun bawah dua-dua ni, tak ada masalah. So this might, whatever that you get most of the time, mungkin lari daripada jawapan sebab jawapan dia is slightly more simpler. Tengok soalan dia. Ni jawapan dia. So dia akan simplekan macam tu lah. Dia akan tukar. Tapi kalau you perasan this thing, dengan this thing saya buat turun bawah akan dapat sebiji macam jawapan lah. Kan? Boleh? Boleh follow? So the answer would be slightly different. Kalau you dah buat step tu, maybe you need to reduce down untuk jadikan sama macam jawapan. But the concept is simple. The mechanic ambil masa lah untuk you mantap. Okay. Boleh kita move on? Laju sikit hari ni. Sebab nak nampakkan difference beza semua tu. Simple power function, chain rule, kenapa kena pakai chain rule, apa keadaan terdesak kena pakai chain rule, dah faham. Now, sekarang ni nak masuk dekat product rule. Tell me, perlu ke pakai product rule dekat question 1 sampai question nombor 6? Tell me. Yes. What about kalau saya expand dulu, boleh tak? Macam question number 1 tu. So I have 3x minus 1 and then 4x plus 3. Is it wrong for me to expand first? 12x squared plus 9x minus 4x minus 3. 12x squared plus 5x minus 3. Then I just apply differentiation dekat sini. Salah ke? No, correct. You must be very vigilant dekat di sini. You kena alert. Kadang-kadang you don't have to rush using product rule. Okay, you tak perlu rushing. Kadang-kadang expansion gives you a much more easier way. Teacher ni kalau nak pakai product rule senang je. Betul, I agree. But not everything needed product rule. Okay, kalau yang terpaksa pakai product rule macam mana? Question 34 onwards. Question 22, macam question ni boleh je nak expand tapi leceh. So kalau malas nak expand, product rule lah, no problem. Faham? So itu satu hal. So jangan rush pakai product rule, then saya nak check your product rule. How do you remember your product rule sebab tak ada dalam booklet? How do you remember the difference between product rule versus the quotient rule? Okay, sebab kalau nak belajar product rule kena compare terus dengan quotient rule lah, baru nampak beza dia. So I'm just gonna share with you how I remember it without any help. So product rule saya ingat dia sebagai VUUV. Did you learn about VUUV ke you belajar pakai V du dx plus U dv dx? Which one? The first one or the second one? So you belajar pakai the first one kan? Good. Memang saya nak kamu pakai the first one pun, jangan pakai the second one. So kenapa? Sebab product rule dia punya prime dekat belakang. Tambah. Dan quotient rule, the exact same step. VUUV prime dekat belakang, cuma beza dia kena minus over V square. Itu je beza dia. Perasan? Dia punya prime at the same place at the back, if you notice. The difference is plus minus, lepas tu over V square. That's a quotient rule. Now, do I need to check your quotient rule and product rule? Tak How accurate are you when you do your product differentiation using these two complicated rules? Okay, okay, so I don't need to check. So this one is for you to do lah, everything here. Okay, so Anything you want to ask? Okay, that means we can go down into quotient rule. I dah tunjuk quotient rule. You pun tahu U, V, U apa, V apa. Unless kalau nanti saya buat pasir dengan kamu ada wrong, maksudnya ada yang tak kena tu. Okay, so this until quotient rule function. Okay, exponential dah belajar kan? Mesti ada belajar. So exponential ln, sekejap ya, ln ataupun log, sebab you akan guna differentiation untuk ln sahaja. Exponential ln dengan trigo adalah all the special differentiation. I call it the not the basic, the advanced lah. Okay, so before I go ahead dengan benda lain-lain tu, so saya dah ajar semua quotient rule sampai quotient rule. I'm coming back to syllabus lah. So this is for you to do. Tak payah buat lagi yang ln apa semua tu. I just want to check the syllabus first. So tangent dengan normal line, nak cari dia punya function, okay? Ingat tak? This is your page number 14. Yang kena pakai formula y minus y1 equals to mx minus x1 tu. This part. Tak ingat apa ingat? Tak apa ingat. Okay. Okay, cara saya ingat. Okay. Cara saya ingat lah benda ni untuk nampak beza dia. So every curve mesti ada coordinates kat atas dia kan. So katalah katalah curve tu nama dia y equals to x square plus 2x plus 1 for example. And then ada satu point dekat situ, kalau saya kata dia punya x2, y dia berapa? Congak lah, congak. 4 plus 1 berapa? 9. So 2, 9 is a coordinate. So and then ada satu garisan, dia memang tangent, dia touch the 2, 9 coordinate. Then now my task is untuk cari the function of the tangent. So tu my task. So kita akan guna idea formula ni lah. Formula dia is very simple. I derive daripada gradient function. Ingat tak gradient function? M equals to, recall this, M equals to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. This one is your basic kan? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to force this x2 minus x1 ke sebelah kiri tau. So dia akan jadi x2 minus, dia akan jadi m in bracket x2 minus x1 equals to y2 minus y1. Now since saya nak cari function tangent, saya akan eliminatekan, I just don't have to remember the 2. Then that's why the equation boleh transform jadi y minus y1 equals to m x minus x1. So I just recall, setiap kali saya lupa je, saya recall dia punya gradient formula, then I just exchange, that's it. This is what I do. So this is the basic setup lah. You nak create any function of a straight line, this is the most important formula. Basic, utmost important. Tak boleh terlupa this part. Kenapa tak boleh terlupa? Sebab dia datang daripada gradient function. It's just the same thing repeated for another purpose. So macam mana nak pakai dia? Okay, so first we need the gradient lah at this point too. So dy dx dapat apa pula? So saya perform dy dx untuk cari gradient function, dapat 2x plus 2, betul? So that means at x equals 2, dia punya gradient berapa? 2 times 2 times
6.
good. So now kita dah boleh pakai. Kenapa dah boleh pakai? Sebab this is your coordinates. Y1 is your coordinate with your x1. M is your gradient lah. So very simple. Plug in time. So y minus 9. Sebab you nak cari gradient function, you nak cari function tangent yang sentuh point 29 tu. So that's why you take the coordinate of 2, 9. So 2 y minus 9 equals to 6 x minus 2. So it's going to be y equals to 6x minus 12 plus 9. So y equals to 6x minus 3. This is the function tangent untuk warna kuning tu. Okay, clear so far? Any question here? Okay, so bila kita ada function tangent, there comes another analysis. Musuh kepada fungsi tangent adalah the normal line ataupun normal tangent. Normal perpendicular line. So the normal perpendicular line saya guna color biru. Normal perpendicular line always cut at how many degrees? Yes, always 90 degrees lah. So kalau dia cut pada 80 degree, dia bukan normal line. Okay. Kalau dia cut dekat 60 degree, dia bukan normal line. Kalau dia cut dekat 120 degree, dia bukan normal line. So kerja kita sekarang, you must know how to find the function of the normal line yang lalu atas titik 29 juga. Apa nak pakai, teacher? The same exact formula. Y minus y1 equals to m x minus x1. Sebab formula ni kita pakai untuk semua straight line. Nak cari straight line je, ingat benda ni. Guna benda ni. Okay, so cuma beza dia sekarang gradient tak sama. Okay, gradient tak sama menyebabkan kita terpaksa belajar satu formula yang dipanggil sebagai, diorang memang dah find out dah, kalau lines tu dia cut each other at 90 degrees, macam warna biru warna kuning tu, dia create one value tau kalau kita multiply. So the gradient of the tangent kalau multiply dengan the gradient of the normal, mesti darab jadi satu. This one you kena recall lah. Okay, so you dah tahu tangent punya tu yang warna kuning tu punya gradient 6. So 6 darab dengan gradient normal mesti dapat negatif 1. So gradient normal mesti negatif 1 over 6 lah. So that is most of the time how you want to find it. So plug in time, y minus 9 equals to negative 1 over 6 x minus 2. Kenapa pakai 29? Kenapa pakai 29? Sebab titik 29 tu ada di atas garisan normal ataupun garisan normal lalu atas titik 29 tu. So y equals to negative x over 6 plus 1 over 3. Okay, sebab saya dah simplify kan. Lepas tu kita ada plus 9. So kita ada y equals to negative x over 6 plus 9 1/3 lah. Itulah dia. That's a function of the normal line. Simple? Dua benda ni je most of the time kena faham. Then you are good to go. Can I move on? Ke nak buat satu dua soalan? Boleh? Boleh tu maksudnya apa? Nak buat soalan ke nak move on? Sebab every time I leave you, all the exercise you kena buat tau. Macam contohnya 12.4 tu, I mean, you kena try lah satu dua soalan sebab soalan dia bagus. Okay, I can't have my 1.5 hour asking you to do in front of me all the questions. Nanti tak ke mana kita punya revision. I have to trust you. I given you the books. You can check the answer. 12.4, 12.5. You do here lah. Okay, so then question, kalau saya nak tanya pun saya nak tanya macam question number 4. That's very similar to any of your past year. I think question 4 you can do now lah. Try boleh? Okay, cuba. Buat dekat kertas je. Nak buat kat atas kertas ni tak muat. Macam mana? You get the coordinates of P? Ulang lagi. Sebab ni jalan kerja dia panjang sikit sebab dia intersect at y axis. Maksudnya you kena cari normal punya function, then you can just look at the y intercept, then you can find your coordinates of P. So can you proceed first? I will wait. Dina, are you there? Ada kan? Okay. Saya terpadam saya punya screen tadi. Ingatkan dah terhilang. Sorry. Okay, still recording. Ada jawapan? Dina, ada jawapan for me? Is it okay? Are you okay? Start, okay. So memang kena buat lah latihan ni. Saya tunjuk So kita ada curve function y sama dengan x cube minus 2x plus 1. Dekat point mana 25. I'm not gonna draw it lah. But if you can draw it, that's much more better. Okay, let's say lah you tak tahu apa rupa dia kan. So you just draw a simple curve and then you just imagine that point is 25. Okay, the point is 25. You don't know where exactly it is, but it's okay. You know the curve is x cube minus 2x plus 1. Dan ada satu tangent. Tangent dia selalu kes warna biru. Tapi yang kita interested bukan tangent, yang kita interested apa? Dia punya normal line yang touches the y-axis, betul? Okay, I'm just assuming this is the setup. This is the shape, but I don't know in detail lah. Sebab in exam tak cukup masa nak draw semua benda. So then I know that kena cari gradient warna biru tu berapa. So to find the gradient warna biru tu, dy dx kan dapat 3x square minus 2 to find tangent gradient lah. To find tangent gradient. So at berapa? X equals 2 dy dx is 3 darab 2 kuasa 2 tolak 2, which is 14 tolak 2 10 kan. So we found out the gradient warna biru tu is actually 10. Then using the teknik yang saya kata tadi, every time dua line yang perpendicular to one another, dia punya product mesti negative 1. Meaning what? M warna biru darab M warna kuning mesti dapat negative 1, betul? Because of perpendicular rule. Perpendicular rule lah. So nak cari warna kuning, hantar warna biru je lah sebelah kanan. So warna kuning berapa? Negative 1 over 10. Agree? So that warna kuning punya gradient lah. So then I set up normal line punya function. Normal line function y minus 5 equals to negative 1 over 10 times by x minus 2. So I simplify, make it into gradient form. Negative x over 10 plus 1 over 5 plus 5. So kita dah jumpa dah dia punya y-intercept, betul? Negative x over 10 plus 5.2. So kita dah jumpa dah y-intercept dia. That's your y-intercept. Meaning, kita dah jumpa jawapan, dia punya coordinate P is actually 0, 5.2. That's it. Saya punya writing okay. Do you have any difficulties nak follow dia punya working? Alright. So, it seems that you tak cukup latihan kat sini. 12.5 I really want you to do. And in our next class, which is going to be this coming 20 something, I can't remember exactly when. Bila kelas kita yang 23rd, no 24 malam nanti, saya nak kamu ready dengan saya lah kalau ada soalan daripada 12.5, okay? Okay, this one saya make a note here, discuss on 24 anything. Alamak. Tulis. You must have questions for me to discuss on 24th June. Kat rumah nanti. Okay, then ada banyak ni sampai question 13 memang kena buat semua. I really need you to do all. Nak biasakan you dengan jenis soalan ni. You dah faham konsep, you tak cukup latihan je this time. For this thing, konsep you dah ada, you tak cukup latihan je. So all these question you should try, double check your answer dengan marking scheme yang diberi. Then you let me know yang mana susah, yang kita buat sama-sama. Boleh? Okay, so then the next part saya nak ajar. Laju sangat ke? Alright, so dekat sini kita nak belajar the next subtopic, small increments dan juga approximations. This one is important sangat. So I have to explain my own way. Apa yang berlaku sebenarnya dekat sini? These are all fancy words of saying it, but let me give you a simple example lah. Okay, let's say this is you climbing a wall. Okay, lepas tu kalau kita trace dia punya movement, wall pada a hill lah, bukit lah, the function goes by y equals to x cube plus x square. Now imagine dekat you punya position, Kalau saya kata you punya position 2 X2, position Y you berapa? Okay, berapa? Ayo. Kalau X dia 2, Y dia berapa? 12 eh? 12. So 8 plus 4. Good. Now, apa jadi kalau you terjatuh ke depan? You terjatuh. Dan kalau you terjatuh, you tertambah you punya koordinat jadi daripada 212, dia akan mungkin terjadi 2.05 lah. Okay, faham? Then something here. Kalau 2.05, apa akan jadi dekat you punya Y? So the question is, bukan pada Y tu, bukan apa jadi dekat Y kalau you terjatuh depan sikit, you tertambah 0.05, apa jadi dekat Y? No, the question is berapa banyak you berubah pada Y. Daripada 12 nanti dia akan transform jadi apa? Tu kita nak tahulah. So daripada sini kita boleh je pakai power function tu, masukkan balik, pakai curve function tu, ambil tahu apa Y dia, tolak je differentiate, betul? Okay, berapa Y kalau kita nak tahu kat sini? Kalau you masuk 2.05, apa jadi dekat Y dia? Cuba pakai calculator. Berapa Dina? Dapat apa? Dapat 12.81. Dina? Okay, dapat 2.05. Okay. So, daripada... Okay, so kita boleh... bukan 12. Dia jadi berapa tu? Bukan kalau saya pakai calculator dapat ni ke? 17.23. Jap. Sekejap, ya, saya try pakai calculator kat sini. So, 2.05 cube plus 2.05 square. Ya, 12.81. Saya tersalah letak ni. Oh, patut lah. Okay, dapat 12.81. So, daripada 2 ni, 2 yang warna kuning tu, berapa banyak dia kena tambah untuk jadi 2.05? 0.05 kan? Okay, so we know daripada 2, tiba-tiba dia tambah 0.5 jadi 2.05. So, delta X adalah 0.05 tau, pertambahan yang kecil tu. Okay, ni kita tahu lah daripada guna power, curve function tu. Okay, so kita juga tahu bila 2 jadi 2.05, automatically 12 jadi 12.81, betul? So, delta Y adalah 0.81. Setuju? Setuju tak? Understand So, you kena faham betul-betul ni. So, 12 jadi 12.81 sebab kau terjatuh ke depan sebanyak 0.05. So, Y kau tertambah sebanyak 0.81. Okay, so far so good So, ini basic understanding. Now, katalah you tak nak katalah dia punya nanti equation dia susah-susah sangat. So, apa yang kita suggest adalah formula lah. So, ada satu formula, kita boleh teka delta Y dia tanpa kita perlu guna curve function dia tau. So, apa dia cakap kat situ? Dia cakap, kalau kau ada differentiated product, it will always be roughly equals to the delta Y over delta X. So, formula ni yang kita belajar. Yang atas tu, yang saya ajar kat atas tu adalah logik dia. Kalau U tertambah sebanyak 0.05, berapa banyak U tambah. So kalau kat sini nampaklah beza dia 0.8. Tapi kalau kita belajar pakai formula, kita tak perlu guna curve function macam cara logik saya tadi tu. Formula aja, ni kena pakai ni. You kena pakai this formula. Macam nak pakai dia? So dia dy dx is basically apa sahaja curve function tukar jadi gradient function. So kita ada 3x square plus 2x will always be equivalent to, okay, the delta y yang kita nak cari sebab kita nak cari delta y, dan delta x kita jumpalah 0.05. So yang sebelah kiri tu kita akan masukkan value tau dekat dia, sebab kita nak tahu rate dia ketika x berapa, 2. So kita masukkan 2 dekat sini, masukkan 2 dekat situ lah. So, dia akan jadi berapa? Dia akan jadi 4 times 3, 12 plus 4, 12 plus 4, 16. So 16 is roughly equivalent to delta y over 0.05. So kita akan hantar dekat sebelah kiri. So kita boleh approximate delta y to be equals to 0.8. Okay, itulah dia punya jalan kerja dia. So you pun perasan masa kita guna power function tadi, kita guna curve function yang dekat warna putih tu, yang dekat atas tu, memang kalau you tambah sebanyak 0.05, dia akan jadi 12.81. So cara pakai formula dia adalah sedemikian dekat bawah ni. So you pakai formula tu. Bila you pakai formula tu, you dapat delta y, you boleh teka lah berapa banyak nak jadi. So kita tahu 2 transform jadi 2.05, kalau 12 jadi 12.8. Ni pakai formula yang approximate. Approximate bukan tepat Yang curve function tu lagi tepat lah. So dapat 12.81. Sekian. Soalan? Okay. Tak ada soalan So pick one question. Soalan 12.6. Pick one questions, do it now. Soalan mana nak buat? Dina, nak buat soalan mana?
Hmm,
7. Okay. Cuba buat tu. Dia kata dekat situ, the periodic time t seconds for a pendulum length 7 of L centimeter is given by that function. T equals to 2 pi darab sert L divided by 10. So find the approximate increase. Ada yang berlaku pada T kalau L naik daripada 40 ke 41. So berapa naik dekat T dia? Okay, faham? Pakai formula bukan pakai cara atas tu. Ni atas ni is the logical. This is me making sense for you. This is the logic. This is the way that you're learning. Okay, what is your answer? Have answer for me? Dina, how? Everything okay? Kat mana sangkut? Masa buat apa sangkut? Soalan ni tak ada dy dx. Yang ada apa? Okay, dtdl. So, you nak differentiate dtdl kan? Okay, so I hope you notice that kita ada set yang besar untuk L dengan 10, dan I do hope you notice kalau set L over 10, you boleh separatekan jadi set L over set 10. Betul? Set 10 tu tak ada kena mengena pun dengan set L tu, sebab kita boleh separatekan dia. Maksudnya kita boleh ignore dia. Dia kita letak dekat 2 pi over set 10 and then set L. So sekarang ni kita kena differentiatekan set L ataupun L to the power of 1 over 2 lah. So now bila saya nak create dt dl, so jadi apa? Dia akan jadi 2 pi set 10 times by 1 over 2 lepas tu L to the power of 2. So this is the function. Now as I was saying, you akan rasa susah sangat kalau you punya power tu negatif. So kita akan cantikkan untuk jadi dt dl equivalent to yang mana boleh cancel, kita cancel lah. So 2 dengan 2 cancel. So kita ada pi over set 10 times by 1 over set L. Okay, ni dah cantik ni. Senang nak buat kerja. Dan kita ada dtdl means kalau guna formula, kita akan ada approximation yang macam ni. dtdl will be equivalent, will be roughly equals to, roughly approximated to delta t over delta L. Okay, tengok yang naik tu L ke T daripada 40 jadi 41. L L naik kan. So kalau L naik jadi 41, so berapa delta L? Since L increase one betul, from 40 to 41, so delta L kita dah reduce satu lah. So sekarang nak pakai formula warna pink tu je sekarang. Okay, kita ada dtdl sebelah kiri, so pi over set 10L, sebab saya cantumkan balik, will be roughly equivalent to delta T over 1 ataupun delta T je lah. Okay, so kalau you perasan dekat sebelah kiri kita kena selesaikan L berapa L? 40 kan? Betul tak? L kan 40. So I'm gonna substitute L dekat dalam tu, substitute 40 dekat dalam L, so dia akan jadi pi over set 400 equivalent, roughly equivalent to delta T. So set 400 berapa? Nombor cantik tu. Ya, so delta T adalah bersamaan dengan pi over 20. Itulah dia. So itu kalau nak menambah dia lah. So kita nak cari approximate increase in T. So delta T dah cukup dah. Kita tak perlu tunjuk pun sebelum dia tambah pi over 20 apa nombor dia, selepas apa tak perlu. Dia tak minta. So itulah dia jalan kerja dia. Okay, next. Tengah salin ke? Okay, salin dulu. Okay, jom kita move on kepada the next syllabus, rate of change. Boleh terima lagi? Okay. Now, work example 14 memang just very straightforward. Saya tak ada apa nak introduce. Cuma kat sini, I just like to read it for you lah, just to make sure you understand. Dia kata dekat situ, variable V dengan T connected by this equation. Obviously lah, sebab you can see, you boleh nampak T menyebabkan apa sahaja jadi V lah. Okay. Bila dia nak the rate of change of V with respect to T apabila T 4, kalau you masukkan T equals to 4 dalam function ni, you dapat apa nilai V ketika T 4, bukan rate of change. Therefore, you have to differentiate and you get your gradient function, so called for this situation, the gradient function for V. Then you plug in, you get your value. That's simple. Nothing much. Okay, tapi bila kita ada something quite, this one kita dah masuk yang pelik sikit. So, variables x and y connected by this equation. Okay, that's a curve function ataupun boleh anggap sebagai curve function ataupun the main function lah, original function dia. So, dikatakan x increases at a 0.1 unit per second, dia minta rate of change of y apabila x sama dengan 4. Okay, I need to dissect this for you tau. Pecahkan dia as much as possible lah. So, dekat sini apa yang terjadi adalah whenever you got rate of change question, rate of change, my tips for you is, okay, ada je soalan rate of change question, this is the tips. The tip is you must tahu apa you nak cari. What is your objective? Basically, I am using the chain rule approach lah. Your objective equals to your first clue, okay, doing something with your second clue. Okay, apa objektif kita? Find the rate of change of y. So that's, perkataan the rate of change of y tu is always respect to time. Okay, it's most of the time always respect to time lah in this case. Now, dekat sini kita ada dy dt. Cikgu, kenapa objektif panggil dy, objektif tu kita anggap sebagai dy dt? Sebab the rate of change of y is always over time lah. Kalau saya kata the rate of change of z, dia akan jadi dz dt lah. Kalau saya kata the rate of change of b, dia akan jadi db dt. Okay, that's the setup. First, kena ada objektif. Second, kita akan baca clue dia. Apa clue dia kata dekat situ? X increases at the rate of 0.1 unit per second. So, saya nak you pay attention to the unit je. Daripada unit, you akan dapat detect apa dia punya maksud. Unit per second maksudnya per second at the bottom. So, this is something over dt tau. Sebab per second. Perkataan per second tu bagi tahu you something over dt. Dan bila dia kata x yang increases, maksudnya kita ada dx dt as our first clue. So my first clue is dx dt. Now, the best part is the second clue is something you need to create. Most of the time you need to create this. So first clue dengan objective is always given by the question. Your second clue is something that you need to create. What do I mean by that? Okay. Most of the time kita prefer multiply, so I'm gonna force the multiply for you. So this one you have to be fixed lah, biar sebagai multiply, fix as a multiply. We introduce multiply most of the time. So apa yang you kena create dekat sebelah kanan supaya you boleh dapat dy dt? You mesti create dy dx. Kenapa kena create dy dx, teacher? Supaya dx warna kuning dengan dx warna biru cancel each other out. Yang tinggal dy dekat atas, dt dekat bawah. Okay. So that's a setup. So first clue kita dah ada value dia, iaitu you can see from the question 0.1 times by the second clue ada tak? Tak ada. So you have to create lah. So dy dx you dapat daripada mana? From the original equation you differentiate dapat 3x square minus 10x. That's it. Lepas tu we are focusing on the rate exactly apabila x equals to 4. So you plug in 4 lah dekat dalam dy dx tu. So kita akan dapat 3 4 square minus 40. So kita ada 16 darab 3, 30 dengan 18, so 48. So 48 tolak 40 is actually 8 lah. So we found 8 to be there lah. Okay, so 0.1 times by 8 is definitely just 0.8. Now, since you have dy, tak ada unit apa-apa, just panggil unit lah. So this thing correspond to this thing. Lepas tu dt is in the second lah. So unit per second. Since we're talking about second, so it's going to be unit per second. Kalau dia cakap per minute lah. So that's how we set this up. Always objective equals to the first clue times by the second clue. Second clue mesti you kena create. It's always multiply lah. Fix. Any question?
Mm.
So I'm gonna do one question for you. Let's see. Question 1 sampai question 7 is for you to do on your own. Those are basics. I'm gonna show you question number 7 lah. We have some context lah. Number 7, number 8. I already have some context lah. So I'm gonna show that for you. This is the tougher question. So you tengok nombor 8 tu, soalan nombor 8 kita ada cakap pasal square. Okay, we are talking about square. Square ada sides dia x. So ni square lah. X, tu sides dia. Area dia A. So area dia A. So kalau saya lah nak create satu formula untuk dapat A dia, so mestilah A equals to x square kan? To find area. This is what we use to find area of the square. Now, dia kata dekat situ, the area is increasing at a constant rate of 0.2 cm square as -1. So, daripada clue sahaja, can you tell me what is the name for this one? Daripada the first clue. The area is increasing at a constant of 0.2. Ni dipanggil apa? DA. Sebab apa DA? Sebab centimeter square kan unit for area, betul? So DA, lepas tu ada S kat sebelah dia depicting second. So DA dt lah. Increasing means the value will be a positive. So 0.2. So that's the first clue yang kita ada. Now the question is, what is the rate of increase of X kalau A 16? Kalau area dia tengah jadi 16. So kita guna idea, objective. Equals to the first clue, always multiply by your second clue. So first objective kita apa? Rate of increase of X. So dx dt. Itu kita punya objektif. Kita nak cari dx dt. First clue yang ada adalah dA dt. Warna biru tu. So kita kena create warna kuning ni. Create second clue. Apa you rasa kita kena create untuk make sure dia jadi dx dt? dA dx. Boleh ke? Tak kena kan? dA dt tak kena. Kita kena create apa? D berapa?
X, D.
dx over dA. Betul, tepat sekali. This one you have to create. So kalau nak create, biasanya kita kena refer anything from the original equation. So kalau tengok dekat original equation ni, kita ada A equals to x square. So kalau kita differentiate dapat apa? dA over dx equals to 2x. Nak dapatkan dx over dA apa? Kita flip je lah. Flip one side, flip the other side. So dia akan jadi dx over dA is just 1 over 2x. Nampak?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, so kita boleh masukkan dekat dalam numbers ni. So DADT kita dapat 0.2 darab dengan dx over dA is just 1 over 2x. Tak boleh siap lagi ni. Kenapa tak boleh siap lagi? Sebab by right dia akan jadi numbers kan. So perasan
Yeah.
tak apa lagi yang pending ni, pending. X tu kena ada nilai for X. Now, can you see the last statement there dia kata dekat situ? Find the rate of increase of X apabila A sama dengan 16. Adakah saya masukkan 16 dekat dalam ni, dekat dalam pending ni?
Mm.
No. So what do I put in?
It
Sorry, come again? Tak, kita tak masukkan A susun X square. Apa X dia kalau A dia 16? Itu soal, itu yang kamu kena masukkan. X dia berapa kalau A dia 16? Apa panjang dia kalau yang menyebabkan dia jadi A 16? Ya, yeah, 4. Kita masukkan 4 dekat dalam tu. That's how we do it. Okay. So, remember, apa yang you create, you kena masukkan apa you dapat tu. Jangan you cari shortcut. Tak faham, aku ada A lah, aku tak ada X. Mesti ada jalan. Mesti ada jalan untuk you cari apa yang you kena masukkan dekat dalam tempat pending tu, yang tak siap lagi tu. Sebab you tahu kalau area 16, dia punya sides mesti jadi 4 darab 4. So, A mestilah, X mestilah 4. So daripada situ kita boleh selesaikan soalan ni. Kita ada 0.2 darab bahagi 8. Kan? So 0.2 divide by 8, just using my calculator je, you akan dapat 0.025. That is your dx over dt. X is centimeter, t is time per second. So that is your answer then. Nak salin dulu? Okay, salin. Dah, okay. So, I'm gonna let you try question number 9 sampai question number 12. Oh, sampai question number 14 lah. So, these are your question number 8 as your example for 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So, these are the things I expect you to ask me lah for our next class. Um, 12.8 second derivatives. Make sure you bawa your computer balik supaya you boleh refer nanti masa dengan physical class. Okay? Okay, 12.8 tak ada apa. Second derivatives, you know what to do already. I'm gonna skip this one. This one no need to really deep dive lah. Tak payah deep dive sangat. Um, but there is a purpose lah to understand your secondary, orang kata apa, your second order differentiation. So I think I'm gonna start explaining stationary points lah in the next class. Hopefully you'll have all the questions for me before I get into stationary points. Okay, it's fine. I plan for in the next class. Okay, so saya tak boleh laju. Memang saya nak check satu-satu. Kalau tak okay, saya nak repair. Saya nak bagi macam ni lah sebelum dia macam ni. You have to start doing. Please spare some time to do all the MX question. Tak boleh buat buat sangkut tinggal. Buat lagi, buat the next one. Buat sangkut tak apa, tinggal buat the next one. Nak proceed betul-betul, dan kalau tak boleh tunggu, then wait for me lah. Kalau tak boleh tunggu, then WhatsApp me lah. I'll give you the working like this immediately. Okay, any other questions? No. So I'll see you in the next class, physical. Kita do 12.9. Okay, stationary points. Okay, if that is the case, I think I'll see you next week lah. Take care until then. Okay, Assalamualaikum.